Hi guys, it's Jazz and Jamie, and welcome back to Jack Brand Creations, the pod. We're kind of talking about leadership, I guess. You're currently teaching me the ways of managing someone.
Like the back end of business, like what you have to do.
So that's kind of what we're talking about.
Okay, so what's a manager to you? In your eyes, what would you put a manager as? Or a leader as?
Someone who... Well, if it's terms of manager, I would say someone who leads. But then that's not really answering the question.
No, so what... No, like personality traits, or like what do they have to have?
Confidence.
Yeah.
Structure. To know what's going on. Not necessarily have all the answers, but then is capable to give you an answer. May not be that answer the answer you want right away, but it's an answer that I'll get back to you on that one.
That's your idea of a manager? Okay.
Oh, what's yours?
So someone who doesn't just shout at people to tell them what to do, they explain how to do it, and they actually help people grow into like their job, is like one of the most important things I'd say. Problem solving, but they've got to do it in a way where they've got to, like, they're only going to stay at one level as a manager if they do all the problem solving. This is why they need to help grow the staff, grow who they've got around them, to then actually be able to deal with those situations as they come up. So that's what I would say. Someone who is calm.
Cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, just as I say, someone who's organised, but doesn't have it's more about how you deal with people, how you work with people is the most important thing. Because if you're a manager that no one likes, you're not getting the best out of your team.
Yeah.
Whereas if people actually, I'm not saying you have to be their best friend, but they have to respect you and listen to you. So you have to have, you have to be somewhat of a nice person. But like for me, like the easiest way to do it is just no shit. Like there's just no shit with them. Like
be very upfront.
If you're doing your job, you get rewarded. You get, we have fun. It's a different environment. If you're not doing your job, then it's a different environment again. You're not going to get the fun if you're not doing a shit job. So that's how sort of like just separate it based on performance. Okay, so what am I teaching you then? What am I teaching you in terms of like that's going to help you? Because obviously we're bringing someone else in now for Brand Creations. Somebody starting on Monday, so it's not just going to be us two anymore. Yeah, which is going to be different. So, and obviously you've been here with me. You know exactly how I want it to be and all of that, and you're great at all that sort of stuff, so I'm going to try and give you more the responsibility side of actually sort of helping him grow in the business and what he needs to do and teach him everything. So what have I had, like, what do you feel you've had to learn, whether it's from me, from other people, to be ready for it?
The whole learning the business side of it in order to make the correct decisions as a manager. That's the thing we went over yesterday, I think. Yeah. About knowing how the business works and how the backs work stuff and that works, which then will allow me to plan his days and what he's doing, what he's prioritising, what he's is a bit more down the list in order to benefit the business as well as him. And what the business needs. Yeah. That's the thing, is the business needs. Because whatever decision you make, or whatever job he does has to fit the business needs. Yeah. Now you actually understand that, it's like, oh, okay, that's what I need to get done. Yeah. Now you know exactly what's needed, kind of thing. So now I've been doing plans and schedules, which I'm very excited about. Which again works very well, because I hate that side of things. Oh, I love it. Yeah. So it works very well. Everything I don't like, you like, and so it sort of works quite well, to be fair. I think I've got an interesting topic, which I think could actually work quite well. Is it related to this? No, it's you and this. Obviously, we're now in... I know we said we're not going to talk about it, but I'm interested to see where your head's at. Oh no! I know what you're going to say. I'm not asking for a decision, and I'm not, because this is just a chat. We're just chatting. But I'm interested to know where your head's at. In terms of university, he's talking about. Yeah, because as I say, there's a lot going on. Yeah.
obviously, you know, now we're bringing in team members, and you know, you're even getting to the point now. You've been here 5 months, and you're getting into a point where you're even looking at that you're going to be managing a team and all of that sort of stuff. And I say, I'm not saying a decision. We said when we're going to make the decision. That's sorted. But I think it'd be good to find out where your head's at.
Well, it's funny you say this.
Yeah.
So I went to university yesterday after work to do work because I can't work at home because I can't concentrate. So I went into university, which was the first time I went into university for nearly a year. First of all, it was the most surreal experience ever, walking into the building. I was surrounded by people my own age, which I didn't enjoy. And then it was just strange. And I was sat there just thinking about everything. And a group of students came out of a lecture. And they were all walking down the stairs. And I was looking at them and I was like, it didn't make me feel old, because I still feel quite young. But it made me be like, that's not me anymore. Like, I'm not that. And it was quite a weird thing. However, it's hard because it's like, well, if we're doing the plan that we want to do, and by the end of the year I am managing a team, that means I won't necessarily have to be here every second. So it also means I've got a little bit of spare time, if some amazing boss allows me to. So, because I went to uni yesterday and my plan, that the uni building I was in was finished at 9, and I was doing my work. I was so in it, but I didn't stay there that long, but I could have stayed there that long. And I was like, it's not a decision of, do I go back to uni or do I not? It's a decision of what one am I giving up? Am I giving up my job, which is what I want to do for my life, or am I giving away my degree, which is what I've always wanted in my life? However, if it works out, I feel like, even though I'd be working at endless hours of the day, I would rather try and do both at the same time, rather than giving up one or the other before trying them both at the same time. Yes, it would be very challenging,
but it's workable.
But yeah, if it gets to the point that it's like, okay, if it gets to the point, because obviously if you spread yourself too thin, then nothing's getting the best of you. So if it gets to that point that it's like, well, work's not getting the best of me and uni's not getting the best of me, that's then the point I'm like, okay, I need to make my decision and drop one of them. However, I feel like I feel like I can back myself and feel like for a year of like no sleep, it could be worth it.
To be fair, I don't disagree. To be fair, I don't disagree. I mean, there's a few logistical issues that we may come across if we're not in the country or we're working away with a client or something like that.
But I can also Zoom call when like miss some lectures and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, again, it's sort of doable. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it would be a hard year, but then you do get the best of both worlds.
I saw this video of this girl. She was, I don't know, she's probably my age. She was quite young. She was a snowboarder and she just won some things. She does snowboarding professionally. She goes to uni and she did something else. She did so many things. I think she's American. And the interviewer asked her and she's in like a good uni and doing like whatever. How do you juggle it? And she was like, well, she just does. Like she just has to, so she does. And it's like, well, I am that motivated and dedicated to both, which I am. Right now I'm more dedicated to this than I am uni, I must say that, because I'm more passionate about this. But the reason that uni is also another big motivate, like I'm very motivated for uni, is because I've been doing it so long. It's because I've always wanted it. So there's two different motivators and two different reasons why I'm doing both and would want to keep doing both. But it's hard to choose what one.
Yeah, no, as I say,
but what's your honest opinion on that? What I just said.
I get it. I get it completely, and I do think there is definitely leg room to do both.
But
there's gonna be, I don't think. I think you're gonna put yourself through, like, that would be a hell of a year. And to be honest with you, I can't really see the benefit. Because, and this is why I say this, right? Because this is my thing, right? Right now, we've got a position where we are like, we're close.
Very close.
Yeah? Like, we know what we're close to.
Yeah.
Like, we know what we're close to. We're there. We've just got to keep going and it will come, right? And I'm like, and there's money to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah? And as I say, we're there. And I'm like, say, for example, for that year, don't get me wrong, you're going to come out of that, you're going to be fucked.
Yes.
You're going to be stressed to shit, which means that you won't be able to do both as well. That's just my honest opinion. I'm not saying you can't, I'm just saying I know how stressed you get.
Can I say one thing quickly? I've always been very stressed on my grades. However, this has made me even think about maybe I do drop out of uni. So if I were not to drop out of uni and were to carry on, I don't think I would get as worked up in the stress of uni, because it's always like, oh, I need to get the best grades to then like prove myself, prove my worth, like da. Well, I'm getting that from this. I'm proving myself from what I can do by actually doing it, not just getting a certificate at the end of it. So I agree that I would be very hectic. However, one thing I would say is I just don't think I would be as stressed.
Yeah, no, and I get that. But, so, like, and I know that everything's not about money. Like, well, but actually I do disagree. I think everything is about money. I'm sorry, fun's everything. I don't understand that argument of nothing is everything about money. I've cried in a normal car and I've cried in a Porsche. And I like the Porsche better. But, like, everything is money. And that's, like, you know, that's what I've taught you. It's everything in life is money. Everything's for sale. Everything is for, you just got to sell it, right? And I'm like, say for example, we fast forward to next year, yeah, and like the plan that we've got in place pulls off, which I'm pretty confident it will.
Yeah,
I have no doubt, really. We've just got to get, like, it's coming.
Yeah,
right. Like, say for example, if someone said to you now, right, Jazz, work say the amount of time you're willing to put in to your uni and this, you put all of your energy into this and generated a big financial gain from it. When you're sat on a beach or travelling or doing whatever you want to do, because you've got money in the bank, are you really going to sit there and go, oh, I missed my degree? Really?
Wait, no. But you saying that, but I think we have time to put all of that energy into it now until September.
Oh, yeah.
To make it go off. So that's like my thing, that like this is the time that we put in all of the energy, everything.
Yeah, but obviously, so the thing is, obviously, so we've got quite a high plan.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite a lot. Yeah? So, say for example, we get to, say you decide to do both, right? Then say November comes around, and I'm like, Jazz, I need you full time right now, because we have to work up and down the country doing X, Y, Z. We're going to shows, we're going to this, we're going to that. I just need you this month.
I would be with you that month.
But how would that affect your uni?
Well, it's the thing with uni is, though, as well, it's not, you have a deadline every week. You have a dissertation to write, which, yes, is fucking a shit ton. But
just get ChatGPT to do it.
Yeah, no, they know if you do that, actually. Anyway, but, like, okay, for example, uni, my friend just started her last she went back to uni 3 weeks ago. She had a reading week last week. She was at uni for 2 weeks and then had reading week. Then in 3 weeks' time, she'll have the Easter holidays, which is like 3 weeks. You're not actually at uni that much. Like, over last year, I had from the whole of December and January off. Yes, it's like you had to kind of do work, but like I didn't. 2 months off. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not at uni that much. Plus, I don't know timetable wise. I don't know if you'd be in more or in less during your final year because I don't know what way it goes. However, it's more workable. I have 4 months to write a dissertation, say. So if you need me for a month, that's fine. But you wouldn't do that because that's not what you're passionate about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I get passion, okay, but
what's going to benefit you?
I only do stuff like to either help people or to help myself and my family. That's it. If I'm not going to, if someone says do that, also you're going to get charged £10,000 a year for it. Fuck off. To learn. What, to be fair, you're probably going to walk into that last year and know how to do it all because you've fucking done it all here for us.
Yeah.
And then, so you're paying £10,000 a month, £10,000 a year for it. Then you're going to give up all that time that you could be either spending time doing what you want or pushing really hard on your career that's going to fund your whole life, not add more debt. It's going to fund your life, right? That's what I couldn't do because I know full well I'm happy with being sat but it's different. I didn't go I didn't finish school. I didn't do college. I didn't I get it. I get it's different, but it's also like a lot of the people that have done really well never have done that. Never have been to school. Never go to uni because it's building you to literally go straight into a job. And we've had the reason we keep on with it is because it's like, look at the guys that you were telling me about when you first started, or a couple of months ago. They're fucking flying all over the place, doing videos, doing all that sort of stuff. Like, they didn't learn that in uni.
No,
they didn't. And the thing is, and you didn't learn that. You didn't learn the stuff you do for us now in uni. No. So you're right now, you're in a position where you potentially, say we just eradicated the last 3 years, right? We just took it out of the way and you did this because this is what you wanted to do. Where would you be in a different position if you didn't go to uni? And I'm not saying about the fact that yes, you might not be here, whatever. I'm not saying that. What I'm talking about is skill-wise. Would you be able to come in and do the job that you're doing for me now with or without uni? Take away the personality side because I know you just brought out a lot. Talking about skill.
Oh, I don't know because to be honest, I don't really know when I got this skill.
No, you've just picked it up over time by trying loads of stuff. But as I say, but that's the thing. So
some of this, it's not like a set thing. Like I knew how to edit videos from uni, or I knew how to edit videos on my own. It was kind of a mixture of the both. But have I been at uni, say, when I was learning how to edit videos and stuff, I learned the basics, but then even when I came to actually edit my own videos and create videos and stuff like that, I'm and actually, yes, I don't necessarily know how to do it, or I don't know how to do it in the style I want to do it. And that's come from watching YouTube videos for the past 10 years of my life and be like, oh, I've always liked how she did that. Let me try and do that.
Because they teach you the box way to do it, which is everyone needs to be able to do it that way to be able to get a job.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? As I say, I get what you mean. As I say, I'm actually not getting it. We know when we're having this discussion. But I wanted to get your idea of things because obviously in the last 5 months, it's changed so much. Your role anyway. I mean, it was 2 days a week.
Let me say this. For the past good couple of months, not that I'm dropping out of uni, but well, it's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
It was last night my mind changed. So if you ask me this question at the beginning of the week, I'll be like, probably will drop out. I don't want to say it out loud, but it probably will happen. But I don't know if I was just very passionate or motivated last night. I was like, I can do it.
And that's good because the one thing that I will never question with you is your work ethic. You can work.
And I enjoy, and that's the other thing. I'm if I wasn't 3 years into it, I'll give it up.
But then, to be fair, you could say that uni has brought you here anyway. Yes, okay, you've not got the final thing, but it has. If you want to give credit uni, I can't. But if you want to give credit to uni, uni has got you here. So, there we go. The same result. Uni has got you.
Yeah, but I
here.
haven't got the certificate.
I'll print you out a fucking certificate. What I'll do, but is I'll print it out in money instead. When you're actually getting fucking paid properly. Yeah, no, as I say, I just thought we're lacking of stuff to talk about in this podcast. And I thought I wanted to have a catch up with you and see how you were feeling about it anywho. And see where your thoughts were. As I say, because it's just one of those. It's good to, like, as much as yes, we're not going to chat about it. Like we're not going to make it. You're not going to make a decision. I feel like we need to chat about it quite consistently because I need to know where your head's at. Because obviously, if I'm making plans,
no, because that's the other thing. Even though this is where my head's at, it's not affecting my decisions. Do you know what I mean? Currently.
Oh no!
Like I don't want us to make decisions that's like maybe Jazz might not be because that's why September is the time I'm actually deciding.
Yeah.
But that's why we reevaluate them because it might be completely different.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It will be completely different.
It will.
But yeah. Because it's weird as well because you'd think if I'm like I've been debating like I probably should drop out of uni and now I'm like maybe I won't. You'd think like okay she's not as invested in this anymore but I'm getting more invested in this and I feel like because I'm like I actually can do it, it's motivating me more in this, but then I'm like well if I can do this, well why can't I do that as well? Because also that's the other thing, the thing you said earlier on about how I get very stressed at uni. I do. And I've always, in my first and second year, I got first. So I'm like, okay. Like I always had in my head, I never thought I'd get first in my first and second year. That's the highest grade you can get. And so I'm like, okay, in my third year, I have to get a first in order to get a first overall for the whole thing. Because your last year is the most percentage-wise. So I'm like, well, I have to get a first in my final year to prove that I did that. But now I'm like, well, that doesn't really bother me anymore. As long as I pass, if I do go back, as long as I pass, I've passed. Like I'm debating on dropping out. So like now I'm like, well, if I were to go back, I'm not going to do it half-assed. I'm going to give it all my best shot. But if I've also got something that's taking up more time, that's worth the time, then yes, I'm going to favour that over uni. So then as long as I pass, I pass.
Yeah. No, as I say, I think there is potential for it to work with you doing both. I don't, as I say, if there is still ways, because obviously, as I say, you know, my concerns would be if we, like with that client the other week, like we literally on the Tuesday, we had to book to go away for 3 days on the Thursday. Do you know, but do you know what I mean? But it's like that sort of thing, and it's just like, as I say, but that's the only thing I would say is just.
The only positive of my uni course is I don't have any exams.
Right, so it's all great. It's all coursework. Yeah.
So you can do that whenever you want.
No, I think it's definitely doable. As I say, for me, it ain't worth it. But that's for me, as I say, because I've not even got a GCSE. So
you don't have one GCSE?
Well, apparently I do. Apparently an F still classes as a GCSE. Because apparently a fail is still a GCSE. So technically I have 11 GCSEs.
You didn't pass one GCSE?
No.
Did you do sport or anything like that?
BTECs.
So did you not pass that?
I got a C.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm a C in BTEC in sport.
Yeah, but I did sport as well. That was one of my GCSEs.
Oh, well, I got a C in sport in BTEC then, in sport.
There you go.
PE.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I don't like exercise.
But you got it. You got a C. That's pretty good.
That was coursework. And I got a C in photography then in
Oh, you did photography? Same.
I did it all. I did a 2-year course in 2 weeks. So I was banned from the photography class for 1.5 years, so I was only allowed back in, and then I apologised to her on the 2 weeks before the end. So I did 2 weeks of coursework and I passed.
Wow, that's quite impressive. And you got a C. That's very impressive.
Just talented.
So you can do what I do.
But
You did
I
photography.
didn't stick with it at all because it was just one of those. But no, as I say, it's not. As I say, it's interesting to see sort of how your perception is of it the longer it goes on. Do you know what I mean? Because as I say, when it was just me, like when it was me and you, it's different. Then it's like you bring other people in, and it's different. Like it's all like shit's happening.
It's getting real.
Yeah. And as I say, it's just sort of like, it's good to sort of stop and just count, like see where you're at kind of thing sometimes. Because obviously it's one of those, it doesn't really go through my head, but I know it's going to be in your head at some point. So as I say, if we're more organised for it, then at least I'm a bit more helpful for the situation, because I'm like, well, this is how you've been feeling throughout kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Because it is a big decision, I get it. And I get why you want to finish it.
Because why start something you're never going to finish?
Because it's a waste of fucking time. I've started so much, realised it's a waste of time and quit. And stopped. Not quit. I've never quit. I've stopped because it's not a good value of my time.
Be quitter.
You're not a quitter, but I'd rather be rich. I must admit. People can call me a quitter, but I'd like to have money in my bank account.
When you're like, sometimes I just wish I could fast forward by like 10 years and just see if not having a degree not impacts my actual life, because whether I have a degree or not, I can still get jobs. I have a job right now, do you know what I mean? That's not the thing that's not the reason I would or wouldn't
But I'll
leave
employ you
uni.
back, whether you've got a degree or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not the reason I would be debating not dropping out of uni. The reason is, from my own self-esteem, my pride, that I'm like, in 10 years down the time, if I do drop out, would I still be thinking about that? I just wish I could pause uni for like 10 years, and then if I get to that point of like, yes, I actually do really want to have that, then I could. Uni system itself is fucked up. That's one thing. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I was going to take a gap year last year, but they said I couldn't because I was too far into my course. I chose to be here. I can choose to pause it if I want to.
No,
anyway.
they own you.
They do own me, and it's
For
scary.
that 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
And
right.
you pay the privilege. So that was just a bit of a chat one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's say it wasn't about a lot, it was just more of a chat one.
A uni catch up.
Yeah.
Maybe we do this every other month.
Yeah, a life and uni catch up, see how we're getting on, see how you're getting on with your decisions.
I try not to think about it most days. Like, it's not something that most...
It's an adult way to be about it. I just bottle it down and just cry.
No, I do just like... I don't want it to be on my mind. Like,
Just take it off your mind.
But it has been off my mind. Like, because I don't want it to affect my decisions. So it has been off my mind till I went to uni yesterday.
Yeah.
And then obviously I was in uni, so you'd think about it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then I was like...
We still got what? March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months.
That's more than the time we've already had, and look what we've done.
Exactly.
We've got a long time.
We have got that. We've got nothing but time. So, and we've got exciting stuff. We've got Oliver starting next week.
Yeah.
Which is very good.
So yeah. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Hopefully you were interested in that conversation. I was. It took me kind of off guard. That wasn't our plan for today.
No, it wasn't. No, it just popped in my head.
But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, do all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.